Madini Mazimba, back again, and today I'll be discussing what's next for Zim Hip Hop. Where to next for Zim Hip Hop? Now, local hip hop has been the biggest win of 2022, no doubt about that. The genre has grown in leaps and bounds, and I feel the reason why hip hop finally engaged into gear, from my analysis, from my observation, is a combination of three things. The first thing is the amount of diverse talent that has come through the genre. We now have different variations and interpretations of the genre. For example, Votes, he has his own sound. Django Loco has his own sound. Bagawera Aga has his own sound. Sun is another sound. Luminous, Malcolm Mufunde. Not all of these guys, I can go on and on. All of their different interpretations of hip hop, and it's adding to the growth of the genre as a whole. Now, second, the majority of Zimbos are now willing to give the genre a chance. Sungura and Dancehall have all had periods of dominance before, so a lot of people now are willing to give hip hop a chance, and also dance has sort of reached a saturation stage. It's sort of, I believe it needs to reinvent itself at the moment. And Sungura, I have to say, is definitely back at full force. The new age Sungura guys, they are doing an amazing job, and in many areas is definitely surpassing hip hop in terms of popularity. But despite that, a lot of people still want to give these young kids, these young rappers, a chance to see what they have to offer. Now, three is the connection that the genre has with AMA 2K. For a genre to fully succeed, I believe it has to connect with a generation, and that generation is that one that will push and support the genre to the top. For example, with dancehall, it was pushed by AMA 90s, the 90s kids, Nini, Isus, the 90s kids. When dancehall reached its peak in the 2010s, a lot of us were now getting into our early adulthood. We're now getting into that space where we are now starting to go out, start going to functions, to clubs, and we sort of related with the dancehall because it started in the early 2000s when a lot of us were in our teens. Yes, there was the urban grooves movement, which we loved very much, but dancehall, it started with guys such as Winky D, Sniper, and in the 2010s, when dancehall reached its peak, the majority of its fans were those born in the 90s and pushed that genre to the top. And I feel that AMA 2K may do the same for hip hop. Now, at the current moment, I have to say I have to liken the state of hip hop as to where dancehall was at the beginning of the 2010s, before the arrival of the Mbare Trio, that is Say Colors, Soldier Love, and Killer T. And in the late 2000s, dancehall was gaining momentum, and a lot of people were loving it. A lot of us, the young guys, were loving it. But when the Mbare Trio came, they were sort of like the missing puzzle of the whole genre, and a couple of things also happened at that same time that pushed dancehall to being the biggest genre in the nation. And especially those days of the beef between Say Colors and Soldier Love, dancehall reached some unseen levels. It dominated. It was the talk of the town. I think during that time when we went for that sting, the whole country came to a stop. Everyone wanted to see how that clash was going to go. Now, having said that, I believe hip hop is to borrow a couple of steps, a couple of strategies that dancehall took. They don't necessarily have to borrow everything that dancehall did, because the crowds are different, the vibe is different, but there are certain lessons, certain strategies that I believe can be borrowed from dance. And this is what this vlog will be about. Now, the main thing that I definitely believe that hip hop should borrow from dancehall is finding a home ground. Hip hop needs a venue that will in future not become synonymous with hip hop, just like our City Sports Center is now synonymous with dancehall. And I believe such a venue provides a place whereby the fans, the followers of the hip hop culture, the hip hop music, can express themselves fully. For example, right now, if you go to the Cup Clash at the City Sports Center around in August, it will be packed, and the dancehall fans will be showcasing their culture, because those guys, they know they're at a place whereby it's known for being the dancehall hub. So I definitely believe hip hop needs its own place, its own home ground, a place whereby if someone says I'm going to such and such a venue, there's a show there, you're going to see the hip hop culture being expressed fully. And also after that happens, I believe not having that home ground to help the genre grow and last longer than any one person. If you look at the Cup Clash that happens at City Sports Center every August, it's always packed to the brim. Trying to get into that venue is definitely extreme sports. But if you look at the roster, some of the big names such as Winky D, I think he has now over 10 years without even not attending any of the shows at the Cup Clash. But it does not matter, because people just know, dancehall fans know good. If a clash is happening at the City Sports Center, it's going to be explosive. And other big guys such as Killer and Ends were not present at this year's edition, but it was full regardless. There won't be any artist who can monopolize such a venue, because it's a venue for the fans, it's a venue for the culture. So that is definitely one of the benefits that we'll get if hip-hop managed to get a home ground. And also another benefit that I believe will come from having a home ground is that not once you get such a venue, you now have a platform whereby everyone who thinks they are the best in the genre can come and showcase themselves. Right now, look at the Cup Clash. When it comes to dancehall, everyone, all of those, the roster will be full of artists, some of the artists you've never heard of. And it gives those artists a chance to showcase themselves in front of their fans. For a lot of hip-hop artists right now, I know many of them have never performed for a crowd of probably 100, 200, or even 500 people. So giving them a platform such as that, it will definitely help the genre grow bigger, because now it won't be about 1, 2, 3 people, but it will be about who impress the fans more, who deliver the better performance, who manage to connect with the fans much more. So I feel that will actually help the genre, the artists, to grow much bigger than what they are at the current moment. And having such a platform is definitely beneficial for a genre such as hip hop, because it is an ego-led genre. A lot of the kids, they'll be like, I'm the best. Everyone who starts rapping today, who has a song that trends or mini trends, they're like saying, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the king. So let's create a platform like that, whereby all of those who claim to be the king of hip hop, will give them a platform in front of probably, let's say, 2,000, 5,000 fans of the genre. And each and every artist has to deliver their best. And the fans are the ones who now have that power to coin or to crown who their king is. And I think that will be a very exciting and interesting switch when it comes to hip hop, because a lot of guys right now, they resort to, I have many views on YouTube, I have many clicks, I trend a lot, and those mediums such as my views, my trends, my clicks, and even radio airplay can be very manipulated. But you cannot manipulate the fans to jump to your music or to dance, or you cannot manipulate the connection that you have with fans when you are on stage. So I definitely believe that can help the genre grow forward, and we can get creative once such a platform is created. We can have ciphers, we can have freestyle challenges, and all of those artists, all of those kids who are always saying, I'm the best, we give them the same platform and we let the fans decide who is the best. I believe that will actually help every artist to grow, because going in front of 5,000 people is no joke, and having all those people singing along, dancing to your music is an art. You need to you need to be at a certain level for you to achieve that. So with hip hop, I think it would definitely help, because right now when it comes to live performances, a lot of the hip hop guys, even those top ones, even those most popular ones, whenever you see them perform, it leaves a lot to be desired. Most of them, like I've said, they are not used to performing for big crowds. So if they create such a platform, if they find a venue and have a platform whereby regularly, probably each and every year, they get to perform in front of 5,000, 10,000 fans, it will definitely push those artists to improve in terms of live performances, and in a way, the whole genre benefits as a whole. And then lastly, I think another benefit that we may get if we manage to organize such a setup is that it will be easier now for corporates to come and chip in and support hip hop as a whole, as a genre. I know right now a few corporates are coming and just picking the popular guys, but there are many artists who are very much popular, who are very much talented when it comes to hip hop, but they don't really get that opportunity to shine or to showcase themselves. Now, if we create such a platform, it gives an opportunity for a lot of artists to get that endorsement. And we all know that corporates love to sponsor big shows. That's where the eyeballs, there will be many. If you come and put your product there, it will be known by a lot of people. So if such a show, if such a platform is created and the numbers start coming in terms of the fans, sponsors will be rushing to come and sponsor hip hop. And it would definitely help in terms of in the financial side, in terms for artists, because for a lot of artists right now they're crying about corporate sponsorships, and like I've said, some of the artists, they're not that popular, they're not that known, even though they are very talented. So such a platform will give them an opportunity whereby they can impress certain corporates and they may score not some endorsements. So I definitely believe this is one of those strategies that hip hop has to borrow, not from dancehall. So for today, I'll just end it here. I definitely urge all stakeholders to come up together, and we should make this happen. And I know for a number of you may have thoughts on how to push not hip hop forward. You may have certain scenarios, certain strategies that you think we must adopt. So go in the comment section. Tell me firstly what you think about what I've suggested on this video, and afterwards, share your own ideas, share your own, thoughts about what should be done for hip hop to really click into full gear, for it to become the undisputed biggest genre in the whole of Zimbabwe. And after that, just come back, like the video, subscribe to the channel. See you again next time.